what's going on? We're back with a new episode of Sniper Sundays. It is Saturday, 3:36 right now. Obviously, this is going to be up on Sunday once I've edited it, and all that good stuff. But yeah, I just want to start with saying thank you to everyone for subscribing. Growth's been mad again. This is another great week for me and the team. So yeah, we've hit 50 members, over 50 members actually in the KFX zone. I'll give some more details on that later in the video. But yeah, let's just get straight into it. So for this week, we got CADCHF, 4 pairs. So we've got CADCHF, so that's Canadian dollar against the Swiss franc. We have EURJPY, which is euro against the Japanese yen. We have euro against the USD, which is euro against New Zealand US dollar, and XAUUSD, which is gold, which is a commodity. I just briefly want to touch on last week. Basically, last week was quite a slow week on the markets. You know, we had Bank Holiday Monday, which basically just kind of set the tone for the week. Really slow week. Not much movement until Friday, really. So, well, it wasn't the greatest week for movement, but you know, me and the team still were in profit. We banked about 240 pips. So, compared to our normal week, it was a lot less, but you know, profit is profit. It doesn't really matter. Some weeks are going to be better than others, and you just have to be patient and, you know, be thankful for the markets and stuff like that. So yeah, let's just do some top-down analysis on CAD Swiss franc. So this is what it looks like now after I've done my analysis, and I'm going to clear the chart and basically show you how I got this. Cool. So take a screenshot if you want to, and you can basically witness what I do. So remove drawings. I do top-down analysis, so let's just say I go to the weekly, or you can go on to the monthly if you want to, but I'm going to go on to the weekly. So what have I got? What are you guys seeing right now from watching this at home? You can clearly see it had a massive sell-off, that's for sure. All this stuff over here is not really relevant for right now, so you can just forget that. And for me right now, I can see, you know, it takes 2 touches to make a trend line. So 2 touches would be, you know, you could even do it from here. So that'd be 3 touches. So that's a trend line right there. 1, 2, 3. So this is obviously a descending trend line, which means it's going down. And then ascending would be this, means going up. 1, 2, something like that. But we're not doing that for now. So I can see that. So that's fine. That's cool. That's there. And then that's pretty irrelevant right now. So let's go on to the daily. Leave that line there for now. And I can see another trend line in play. So it takes 2 touches, so that's 1 touch there and 2 touch there. So let's put the trend line from the top. We've got to click it first. 1, 2, so that's 2 touches. And now this is really irrelevant right now, so we can delete that because its price is nowhere near that. Cool, so that's cool, and that's there. So we can clearly see, you know, price is kind of coming closer. So this is something we need to be wary of. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fib retracement tool. So this is my favorite bar. Fib retracement is found here. Fib retracement, but I'm just going to click it here. And I'm going to put it from, so with fibs, fib retracement, you basically place it from the last significant high to the last significant low. So last significant high would be here because this was the peak, and where the leg finished was down right at the bottom. So your fib 0% should be at the bottom basically, and your 100% should be at the top, or vice versa if it was going up. Okay, and I'll show you going up in a minute. And basically these are the fib levels you should have. You know, 100%, 78.6, 71, 0%, minus 23, minus 61.8, and that's it. That is literally it. You can add the 61. You can add the 61.8 if you want to, which would be here. But I don't want to add that right now because it's just irrelevant for me. This is my golden pocket. Okay, this is my 2 golden fibs. So anything in between here is what I call my golden pocket. Okay. Cool. So that's that. And then obviously I go off confluences, so that means basically multiple things to take a buy or sell. So what else do we have? Do we have structure? Yeah, we have structure. So if you're sitting there like, oh, I don't know what structure is, basically it's previous support and resistance. So a support or resistance depending on what the trend's doing. So this would be structure, support, support. This would be structure, support, and see here? Support again. So there is previous structure here, and that look how crazy that aligns with the two fib levels. It literally, I didn't even make that up. I just placed it. So basically, that is how mad this strategy is. It all just aligns really perfectly. And obviously, right here we can see we've got this psych level of 0.7200, which is a psych level. So psych levels, if you're new here, basically levels which are basically what price is attracted to. So big round numbers. So you obviously got 72, and then you have 72,500, and then you had to have 73, and then you'd have 73,500, then you had 74, and stuff like that. But obviously some of these numbers might be more, price might be more attracted to than others. So like here you can see this this 73 level is really a big psych level. But you can see if I placed it just there, price got attracted once, twice, 3 times, and then shot off. So price gets attracted to these big psych levels because basically the big banks and institutions, they have big sell limits and buy orders from these big psych levels, because when they place a trade, they're not going to be placing it from 72,176 or 17324. They'll just do it from a round number, because it's human psychology, isn't it? So that is that. Let's stick the little pink box on, which I like sticking on. It just helps you visualize what I'm talking about. So why did I delete the first? Line? Was because basically my strategy is all about things aligning with each other. So this one up here doesn't really align with any psych level. Yeah, you had the 72,500 here, but it just doesn't line up as well. So it's kind of like a bit of probability, and you've got with analysis you've got to kind of play it by ear a little bit, and then refine it till it actually looks perfect. Because analysis, it was all subjective. Like your analysis might look a bit different to mine, and the next person's analysis might look a bit different to yours. But as long as it's very you use the same strategy and it's very similar, then that's all we need. Cool. So yeah, that's basically the bigger time frame trend, which is a downtrend. Obviously lower low, lower high, super massive lower low, and now we're looking from the lower high compared to that point here. So this is the last lower high, and this will be the next lower high here. So this will be the lower high, because it would be lower than that. And then we'll be selling it. So we'll be taking a short, let's say, or it will be a short from here. If it rejects, hang on, bear with me a second. So if this rejects, then we'll be taking a short all the way for the lower low. So you see, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So it's just a continuation. So we're just going with the trend. Once it comes to this level, that's what I'm talking about. So we need to be really wary when price comes to this level, because there could be a huge move to the downside. Okay, on the bigger time frame. Remember that word, bigger time frame. So yeah, that is what I'm looking at on the bigger time frame. So let's go down to the smaller time frame, because there'll be trades. Basically, this is in a bigger downtrend, but on the smaller time frame, it's in an uptrend, because I can clearly see an ascending trend line. 1, 2, here. There you go. So let's go on to the 4 hour and zoom in. So zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Yeah, what we got. And then we can see what we got. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, looking for the higher high. And then this would obviously be doing this till it gets to this point, and then it might have a sell-off. So we always need to do top-down analysis. This is what I just showed you from the top down. So top means monthly, weekly, daily to the smaller time frames. So that means when price comes to this level, we won't continue buying it and get stuck in a long when a sell-off occurs. So that's what I was just showing you. Okay. So then what I'm going to do here, I'm going to fib it from the last significant low to the last significant high. It'll just be the opposite to what I just did, because obviously it's in an uptrend. And what do we have? We have it's literally comes right into the 78.6 on our golden fib level. So we might, price has come here, so I could have already taken a trade, but I wanted to see rejection basically. So I'm gonna go over rejection in a second. So just bear with me a second. So do we have a psych level? Yeah, 69,500. Cool, perfect. Thank you very much. Stick that on. Do we have structure? Yeah. Resistance, 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 support, resistance. So you know that's structure right there. Bang. Support all the way going across. Nice. Oh, look at that. Perfectly lines again. Cool. What else do we have? What else do we have? What else do we have? Do we have an EMA? Let's go on the daily. Oh, look at that. We've got the daily EMA. So that's the daily 50 EMA. So add that to your chart. I'll add that to your chart. Yeah, free, given to you for free by me. Add that. So you've got daily EMA rejection. So you know that's basically lining up perfectly. This is looking really nice. And then obviously we'll be taking a long because it's in an uptrend. You know, higher highs and higher lows. So long up to our last. I'll take profit. Our last take profit. So you take 50%. We take partials. That's just what part of my strategy is. We take 50% off here, 25% off here, and then we leave 25% running and close that out at the top. Okay, so this is securing profit all the way up. So you know we can have stops at break even, and we're running at risk. We're just running risk free, and that's how you basically become a profitable trader by having correct risk management and being smart. Yeah, I've learned this over the past 3 years since I've begun trading. So I'm just here to help you and give you advice on what to do and what not to do, because I've made the mistakes, I've been there, and I'm just trying to create something. I've created CADCHF, so do leave a follow. Obviously, subscribe if you're new. Leave a like if you're liking what I'm going through right now. I'm just the one guy right now, just trying to help some people. So just show some support. It's all free. Obviously, I don't get paid by YouTube. I've got 200 subs or whatever it is, 250 subs. So yeah, any support is appreciated. But yeah, going back to the pair, basically what we got a psych level, 69,500. We got ascending trend line. We got fib golden pocket, fib level or fib zone, and obviously we've got the daily EMA. And then if we see candle rejection, that's five confluences to take along. So it's not just support and structure. It's support, I'm going to buy it. It's resistance, I'm going to sell it. We don't do that. We do multiple things in conjunction with each other to give us a super strategy. That's what I've created right now. Cool. So what is rejection? You're probably like, yo man, what the hell is rejection? Rejection is basically when price comes to a level and it basically can't, momentum slows down and basically it has a sell-off. It goes the opposite way. So rejection would be formations like this. So write this down. Doji, D-O-J-I, spinning top. If it's coming to a high, you might have a shooting star, okay? And if it's coming to a low, like here, you have a hammer candle. So that's literally the main ones that you need. You might need a evening star formation and a morning star formation, but that's for more down the line if you want to get more detail. But so what is a doji and spinning top? You're probably thinking this is a doji. So you got that cross really small candle cross so it's basically showing indecision. Price has gone up and down and it closes just in the middle. And then obviously you had spinning top, doji, and then we had a shooting star, and we had a massive sell-off. So this would have given you indication. This is on the 4 hour time frame. So you had 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. You had 40 hours worth of rejection. So that's not 2 days, and then it had a sell-off. And then so that's basically telling you all this push to the upside. Yeah, it had this massive bullish move to the upside, and then it had the momentum couldn't push any higher. It's like ceiling, sell off. Basically, that's what it's saying. You're like, sell me. So basically, that's what we're looking for over here now. We're looking for this kind of price action, or this kind of price action. Look here, doji, hammer candle, doji, and then push to the upside. Okay, so what am I looking for? You're probably asking, yo, what's he looking for? From this kind of region here, I'm going to be looking for that kind of price action. Spinning tops, shooting stars, not shooting stars, hammer candles, because obviously it's we're looking for buys. So hammer candles would be something like this formation here. This particular one where price gets pushed down and it closes like a little hammer. It looks like a hammer. So I'm looking for 3 4 hour rejections from this region to take a buy. because you know that would be like the little as I call it, a roundabout. Go back on my other videos if you want to watch those. I basically go into more detail, like a little roundabout. The momentum's changing, and the bulls are climbing back in to take this higher. So yeah, and we're looking for a buy. So we have, you know, 5 conferences to take a buy on this, and it's looking really, really good. And then obviously we'd close out a trade when it gets to the top, and obviously that's coming to our key level or around our key level for sells on the bigger time frame. So yeah, overall it's bearish, but you know it's in a bullish sequence within a bearish trend. I don't want to confuse you, but there's trends within trends. Okay, so this it's a bearish sequence, but it's in a bullish. It's having a bullish, or you can call it a bearish trend, and it's having a bullish sequence within a bearish trend, basically. Sorry if that confused you. I didn't really say it very well, but yeah. So that's CAD Swiss franc. Cool. So yeah, your now your first screenshot and your second screenshot should be looking very similar or basically the same. EURJPY. It's basically, this is like a swing trade right now. Bigger time frame on the daily right now. We can clearly see it's making lower low, lower high, relevant to that point, lower low because it's taken out this last low, and now we're looking for this lower high. So we're looking for this to reject from here and become low. Make sure this doesn't breach this point here. Take this even lower. So it's making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Going to take a sell to take this lower low to take the lower low. It's pretty simple. So we're just going with trend right now. So until this breaks above, until this does this, until this goes like this, and then it breaks above this, then it'll be bullish because it'll be a higher high. Okay. So then it'll be doing this. So if this doesn't reject, then yeah, it's invalid and we're going to be taken along. But for now, I'm going to be taking shorts because it's telling me I'm making lower lows and lower highs basically. So let's just go over the analysis. So let's clear this. Take a screenshot if you want to. So yeah, let's go on the weekly if you want to go on the weekly. Okay, so we can clearly see price has been in a downtrend for ages. You know, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and now obviously it's taken out that point here. So that's a lower low. Now obviously looking for the lower high for the lower low. So it's just continuation. We're literally, this has been in a downtrend since 2018, end of 2017. So that's the outer trend line. We can clearly see here in the past, you know, year. Sorry, not the past year. The past 6 months. Since this January, this has been rejecting the weekly EMA. Clearly, we can see that. So let's go back on the weekly, daily, and zoom in. So it takes 2 touches to make a trend line. So 1, 2 is there, and price has kind of come back up, and it hasn't. I mean, trend lines aren't the be all and end all. So don't be like, oh, it's gone above it. Now it's bullish. It's not. So even if price comes up to here and has an equal high to this point here, let's say. It comes up to here, it's still bearish because it's just hit the outer trend line, just from what I put on earlier. Do you see what I mean? On the bigger time frame. So just take that into consideration and be wary of that. So this could keep pushing up, keep pushing up, keep pushing up, and come up to this, you know, 121 level and then sell off. So just be wary of that because that could easily be a possibility. So yeah, let's fib it from the last significant high to the last significant low. So what we got? Oh, it's come right up to my 78.6 fib level. Oh no way. Of course it did, man. So have we got a psych level? Yeah, 1.200. So let's stick a thingy on there. Stick a horizontal line. Bang. Yeah. And then we've obviously got some structure. Look. Support, resistance, resistance, resistance. Support, 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 support. You know, resistance. So that's structure. That's a big structure zone. So let's stick it on. Yeah, that's looking good. And then what else we got? What else do we have? So we got structure, descending trend line. Cool. So that's looking good basically. So I'll be taking basically what I'm looking for. I'll be looking for this kind of price action. on the daily, okay, on the daily, because this is a swing trade, we need the daily rejection, okay, that's the difference. Big old difference, but it counts. So like, look at this rejection we had, doji, spinning top, shooting star, then it's 3 days of rejection, then it sold off. So here I'm going to be looking for that, you know, doji, spinning top, at least 2 days of rejection, and then I'll be taking a sell from this region, okay? So let's just delete this outer trend line for a second because it's just going to confuse you. Stick a short tool on. Yeah, short tool, stops just above these wicks here, and yeah, it'll be taking us all the way down to the minus 61.8. Boom. Obviously, I'll be taking 50% off here, and then stops are going to be a break even when it gets down to, like, you know, 70 pips in profit. 50% off here, 25% here, and then close the trade in full here, and that's 984 pips, and it's a 6.1 ratio. To gain risk to reward, sorry. So yeah, that's looking really nice actually. I like that a lot. So please wait for the rejection. If there's no rejection, the trade's invalid, and yeah, I'll just move on to the next trade, basically onto a different pair. So no rejection, no trade. If there is rejection, take a short, and yeah, you'll be good to go. So I hope that covers that. So we have descending trend line, 78.6 Fibonacci level. We have a cycle level 1.20, we have structure, we have a weekly EMA, bang, and if we see candle rejection, that's 5 confluences to take a short, yet again. Gang, so that's cool. Let's have a sip of water. Cool, so that's two of them gone through. So I got EURUSD, what am I saying on this? So yeah, that's what it's looking like. I'm gonna clear it real quick. So bang, cleared. Gone daily. I'm not gonna do the whole like, you know, massive top-down analysis thing, because this is just a quick day trade. I think, you know, maybe like an intraday day trade. So let's go on the 8-hour time frame real quick. What can I see? So I can clearly see price has rejected this 50 EMA, and now it's blasted through. So it's made a higher high, higher low, because it didn't break by this point here, and that's made a higher high, and now I'm looking for the higher low to take it higher high. Basically, simple as that. Stick a trend line on, 1 touch, 2 touch, yo, looking good. And then what are we looking for? Fibonacci, Fib retracement tool, stick from last significant high, last significant low to last significant high, and then that's what it looks like. Have we got structure? Yeah, we do. Okay, we do. It's kind of more around this, you know, 110 level. So you got this psych level. Okay, this is something to be wary of right now. So we got this psych level 1.1000, and that's a big structure. You see, it was resistance. So this could come down, act as support, and then shoot off. But for me, and I'm only going to take a trade if it comes down to this psych level, 1.09500. Okay, that's my rule. So if it doesn't come down here and it comes here and it rejects, then I'm leaving this. I don't care. I'm leaving it. Doesn't meet my rules. Okay. Because if you enter it upon this and then it comes down to the 78.6, let's say a day later, you know, you're going to either get stopped out, or your stop loss has to be massive, and it just ruins everything. Yeah, so stick a thingy on it. So this is what I'll be looking for. I'll be looking for the lower, the higher low for a long. Cool. Or even I can make that a little bit smaller. Be looking for the higher low to take along. So do we have an EMA? Let's have a look at the daily. Oh, look at that. Daily EMA is lining up nicely. So if we can see rejection from the daily EMA, yeah, look at this, it's lining up, and we have the 71% or the 78.6 level. So if we can see price come back down to this pink box zone and reject on the 4-hour time frame like this, yeah, I'm be looking for this rejection. You know, these kind of this price action. You look at that hammer candle from the bottom, perfect. So if we see that kind of price action here, yeah, if price can come down to this level, then I'll be taking a long. Okay, it's literally that simple. Because it's making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low to take a higher high, and we're buying that up with it. Yeah, and we have confluences. We have ascending trend line, cycle level 9, 1.09500, golden fib zone, and the daily EMA. Yeah, it might not be perfect structure, but you know that's still 4 confluences to take along right now. So yeah, I'll be taking along if we see rejection from 4-hour rejection, you know, or even 8-hour rejection. Yeah, because look at that, that's perfect. I didn't even see that 8-hour time frame. Or also make sure I have all these time frames and just change it to what I have. Look at that, doji, doji, hammer candle, 3, and then it shot off. So I'm looking for the same 3, you know. It doesn't have to be exactly the same doji, doji or something. It can be 3 hammers or 3 spinning tops if you want. Yeah, but I'm looking for that 3 rejections to take along. Cool, so that's sick actually. Yeah, I like that. So that's a 368 pip trade, and it's a 4.3. You risk 1% to gain 4.3%. Simple as that. Cool. Now onto the beast that everyone knows, that is called gold. Okay, big boy shit. So we had. Let me just clear this. So that's what it's looking like now. Let me just clear this real quick. So what do we have? We have, well, it was an ascending trend line. So 1, 2, 3. Look at that. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, and then what's happened? Break and retest. It's just textbook shit's going on right now. Psych level, yeah, kind of. So we got. So I don't know if you can see. And obviously I see it differently to you, but this is a massive liquidity zone for resistance all the way across here. Okay, when price comes up, you know, bang, got shot down, and then literally sell off. You know, from here 1740 all the way down to that's like 800 pips. Okay, and then what happened again? Bang, all the way back down. You know, that's like 700 pips. So it's come back up to this kind of level, and now I'm looking for the same thing. I'm looking for a sell off now, and I'm gonna fib it from the last significant high to the last significant low, and it also meets with our golden fib level yet again. Oh my days, perfect. I ain't even surprised. Yeah, so that's gang, that's fucking sick. So what am I looking for? That's what you're asking right now. I'm gonna be taking a short from basically. I'm gonna be taking a short from. Hang on. 4 hour. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking a short if we see that this 4 hour rejection. Okay, look at this 4 hour rejection. Shooting star, spinning top, doji, shooting star. So you know that's like 16 hours of rejection. So if I'm seeing, you know, like 3 4 hour candles worth of rejection from this zone, I'm gonna be taking a short again because I'm just going off what history's done before and again and again. What's happened over here? Shooting star. Yeah, it got pumped up a little bit, but it had that shooting star and it sold off. What happened down here? Doji, hammer, then it went all the way back up. So it's just like, it just happens again and again. And then it had shooting star, sell off. Just like, you know, it just happens every time. Let's go back down there. Let's have a look. Price comes up, then it rejects, and it has, you know, before it gets pushed up to the upside, rejects. Hammer, doji, spinning top, bang. So I've back tested this, yeah, it works, so I don't need to prove it to you. I know it works all the time, it works every week. So you're probably asking, what confluences do I have to take a short here, Kane? Yeah, okay, let me explain to you what you got. You got break and retest of a trend line. You have, bear with me a second. Okay, no. So yeah, break and retest of a trend line. You have a massive liquidity zone from the top here. You have a cycle level right by cycle level 1740, which basically just tells a sell off every time from. So that's break and retest, liquidity zone, set 1440 cycle level, golden fib zone. Is there EMA? No EMA, which is kind of shit, but you know that's fine. and then obviously candle rejection will be 5 confidence to take a short. Please bear in mind with this pair, it's been rejecting the daily quite well. It's been respecting it. So if I was to take a short here, I probably wouldn't hold it all the way down to 61.8. I mean, I probably will hold, you know, a little bit, but I'll probably close the majority out at the 0%. So that's still a 4 ratio, and that's still, you know, 480 pip move to the downside. So if we can get on this is really good. This will be a sick trade. Please bear in mind this is a beast, so do use relevant lot sizes and risk management. This could easily power through and become absolutely null and void if it doesn't reject, and then it just blasts the upside because Trump says some shit. So there's the 2 options. I don't like giving 2 options usually, but you know, with gold it's just a bit of a maz. So I'm favouring sells, okay, and they're the reasons for it. But you know, please be aware, like if this doesn't reject, then no rejection, no trade. That's what I say. So they're the 4 for this week. My team got about, I think it was 7 or 8. We were in quite a few from last week anyway. EURJPY. Let's have a look. EURJPY. Literally haven't changed. I haven't touched the chart from last week. Gave it out on last week's video. Higher, low, higher low, higher low, and now guess what? It's going to the high. It's already made a high basically. So yeah, we're like 160 pips up on this. Gave it out at the bottom. But yeah, so if you guys want to get involved in the team and the members area where I give exclusive weekly content, so I give all the pairs I'm looking at. So these are only like a little portion of them. I give Wednesday, I give an update or video update. So it's like Watch This Wednesdays, but again, it's in more detail and there's more pairs. And throughout the week, every single day, I do updates on pairs that I'm looking at taking. So, you know, trade setups and stuff like that with, you know, take profits and, you know, zones that I'm looking at entering with explanations just like this. So if you want to get involved, it's really cheap at the moment. So obviously we've hit 50 members. I'm looking to get 100, and then I'll probably stop taking people. But we'll wait and see what goes on. So if you want to get involved, I'm probably going to hit the 100 members in the next 2 weeks. So if you want to get involved, don't sleep on it. It's probably going to get filled up real quick because it's so cheap. So if you want the details, DM me. I'll hook you with the details. And yeah, if you're new here, subscribe, give it a like if you like the video, and leave a comment if you have some suggestions. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on Watch This Wednesdays.